Okay, so I just finished this business displaying the table. And now yeah, I think I'm up to animating this modular equations bit. Then I'll probably, I think this is one section. Yeah, I'll probably try to animate this modular equations section. And then maybe do this line visual thing. Probably do this, actually. After that, I think I'll be set to at least make a bit more of this video. So I'm just gonna look at this. So I show the ones that can be divided by anything, and the ones that can't. Okay. Maybe this should have a mod 8. Or I'm saying not to use modular division, since that's not really a thing. Oh, what I should really do also is have a shortcut to pause this. You should, okay, so mod 8, don't want to do that. Okay, cool. I don't make sure these equations are the same. So I'm saying, don't write 4 divided by 2. Instead say, looking for a number that you can multiply by 2 and get 4. Yeah, okay. So that's great. I think that's everything I want with that scene. Okay, so for this next one, I'm basically just going to show some algebra on the screen. Oh yeah, don't... Basically just going to want to show some algebras, because I just introduced this class of equations. AX concurrent to B mod C. So first things first, I'll just put that equation there. So let's say AX congruent to B mod M. I'll do mod C. And I'll just write that. I probably want the runtime to be like 2, something like that. Oh, add 2 equals self. I changed this API a while ago. And then there's a question, do I want to color this? Well, for one thing, move this over. And then I think I want this scaled. I wonder if I can just... I'm probably gonna end up scaling everything. I can just put this into a V group. Scale that by like 1.5. I don't have to add that. And I probably want to do that after setting the scale. Like so, then I'll add that. Okay. And it's still not here. I wonder why this happens. Since I added this scale group, and then I'm adding this to the scale group beforehand. What if I were to do scale group dot add? Would this work? Ah, that's a little annoying because that's supposed to do exactly that. It should just be adding it to the scale group before it runs. But I guess that's not happening. Man, what a pain. But this would be in class right here and doing an add to. So it's passing this to add to and the init for the animation. So here it's going to have this add to. So it's going to say self.add2 equals add to. And then when it's begun, should be doing self.add2.add self.mobjects. I wonder, I'm going to do this. Can we rent this, I guess? Or I guess this is run after all of the setup occurs. That shouldn't matter. Let's see. And the subobject is empty, so this isn't running. I know it's being begun. And when it's begun, it does this. Okay. I wonder if it's safe to do this multiple times, though. Since it's going to be adding this, it's going to be doing this add operation potentially over and over again. That should be safe, though. If this, then it's going to add it. And then, is there anything else I'd want to see? Right, of the modular equation? Don't think so. Guess then I'll try to print the subobjects. It's probably gonna end up being a pretty small thing. I really want to get this ironed out so that I can animate things really quickly going on. Okay, let's try that again. It prints a V group. Add to dot subobjects. I don't get it. Oh, self.add to is an empty list. Why? Scale group, that's a V group. It looks like it's like converting this group into an empty list for some reason. then it seems like this if self.add2, it's evaluating an empty list. And then it's saying, well, the empty list is nothing. I don't know why some objects add to dot sum objects. That's really weird. Because scale group is not a array. So this is when it's printing the sub objects. This is when it's printing the object itself. Then this is when it's printing add to dot sub objects. Yeah, I don't understand that. Maybe. Wait, how does this work for animation group? It's mostly doing the same thing. Looks like it isn't related. It's doing self.add2 equals add2. Okay, I'm just gonna have to print more of this stuff. Add2. Self.add2. And then here, I'll do the same thing. Add to dot sub object. Like it knows something's gonna be wrong here. But I don't see when this was ever an empty list. It's really weird. I don't know where it's being like converted. I guess. V group. This one. Inheriting from OpenGL Vim object. Maybe one of the dunder methods is making this weird. So this is inheriting from OpenGL object. As an str. Get item, iter, len. Iter and len. I don't see why that would cause a problem though. I wonder if self.mobjects is something weird. I do add to dot add. That seems right. Okay. So this is a V group, this is a V group. It's just evaluating as a string or as an empty list for some reason. I have no idea why. I might be about to learn something. How do I... This is basically what I want. Who.bool. The bool method is used in Python 3. From Python 2, it's using something else. I don't get it. So it should be possible to do this. G equals V group. And then I can say like if G print I. And it doesn't print it. Okay. So that's really annoying. Well, maybe I had that coming. Because I shouldn't have just said like if object. I should have probably checked if object is not none. So I guess it's looking at iter or something like that. I mean, it must be. Anyway, I think I know what I have to do. I'm gonna say if is not none, and the same with remove. I feel like I can't escape these bugs no matter what I do. Okay. Great. All right, so I have these equations. No, don't autoplay this. And what I was saying is I want a way to solve them. So ax equals by plus c. So I guess what I want I'll just say EQ1. I don't know. Up to equation 1. And what I think I'll do actually, to make sure this goes a little faster, I'll just add these. I won't worry about animating them and just worry about positioning them right now. And then I'll do all the all the whatever, all the adding or all the animating afterwards. So I'll choose scale group.add modular equation. Like so. And then this will be okay to autoplay. Then I want ax equal to ey. Oh wait, the script is wrong. And congruent to c mod b. Okay, so it wasn't wrong. C mod b, that means ax equals by plus c. This one isn't moved at all. So the equation 1 dot model equals, if you do translation down times like a little bit. I'll do 0.8, something like this, and then I added the modular equation. I'll just go ahead and add the equation 1 so you can see that. Great. I wonder if I want to align the equals or the congruency in the equal. Probably not. Let me get a right arrow. No, that's not how you do it. Oh, there is an implies. Cool. I think this is an if and only if, though. Oh, this would still be right. AX congruent to C mod B. AX equals B mod B. Yeah, this is if and only if. Which I also don't know how to do. Center not. Interesting. Right arrow. Wait, what in the world? 2 gets. Oh, that's interesting. Biconditional. Right arrow, and left arrow. Oh, you can capitalize this. Right arrow, right arrow. Long left, right arrow? Let's see if that works. Nice. And then if I do left, right arrow. Great. Okay, so that's good. That's exactly what I want from that. Do I want to like align this? Would it matter? How would I do that in general? What I'm trying to do is basically a tabulate or whatever. It's probably not worth doing, if I'm being honest. Or like, if it is worth doing, it's probably something I should do afterwards. Math tech. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to do multi-line. Yeah, this in here, it's from single string math tech. Let's see. This inherits from math tech. I think it's kind of a bug that when I do regular tech, it's interpreted in math mode. It's probably not supposed to happen. Oh well, but besides that, I don't think I'm able to do multi-line strings at all. Well, let's see where this would go. If I did add this, it'd go into this star of text strings. This will go into breakup text strings, which I think won't do anything by default. I think it only breaks up by separators. I guess it separates things in double braces. Interesting. Manim splits text strings at the double braces, which might have caused the current compilation error. Now, there's a tech environment and a tech template, neither of which I know how to use. Maybe the documentation will actually help me, but probably not. So this is for individual strings. Is this supposed to be... Why is this blank? Well, Looks like our documentation is as broken as ever. I hear they use it, they just add in a new line. Maybe that'll work. All this is text. That's different. Now here they managed to math tech. Wait, how in the world? Oh, they just put new lines and that worked. Oh, it's by default typeset within the align. That's interesting. I don't think it'll work for me, unfortunately. Let's see what MathJax is doing. I don't even know how MathJax is used. But it wouldn't be here, it'd be on landing. Tech to SVG of text? Tech? Let me see. I can find like a MathJax like SVG example, something like this. Hey Scatler, what's going on? Just debugging some LaTeX, the usual. Can I just update this? String.raw. E to x squared. So I change this to a cube. That will live update. So that's handy. Hopefully I can use this to see if new lines will work. So if I do a double backslash and then like, oh, ax plus b. It didn't work. That's annoying. I think the double backslash is usually a new line. Like, maybe that's only in an aligned environment, so maybe assembly homework. Okay. Yeah, that sounds kind of hard. I remember, I mean, learning assembly is not super practical, but it expands your breadth of knowledge a lot. So it is good to learn in that sense. Can't divert a keyword by a byte. True. Well, hey. Next time you're trying to hack something, you'll be able to know the assembly to hack it. So let's try this. I'll be begin star and end align star. That's weird. Now it just didn't appear. That's annoying. What if I do a double backslash like here? Align star. Oh, so that does work. Maybe I should just put everything within a begin align star and end align star. So I go here. So here I have the string. Maybe what I want to do backslash, again, a line star, and then append this. And then in the align star. I think it's highly unlikely that that'll work. But it's worth a shot. So, okay, so I want to do equiv, then I'll do a double backslash here. I might be able to do 4 actually. Well, something it doesn't like. So I'll try doing a 4. It still doesn't like it. So what I think is this needs to be doubled, since it is doubled in this string. And try this again. And it did work. Okay, maybe I'll just do that. And then if I take this out, then it essentially acts as if it isn't there. I wonder... Maybe I want to automatically make this a raw string or whatever. I haven't figured out the escaping. Like why this needs 2 escapes. I don't totally know. Although it must be something MathJax is doing. Whatever, I don't care. As long as this works. I guess indexing this would still be annoying. Well, let's see if I have this. And here, out of the 4, equation was not defined, that's true. Okay. Then I can put an ampersand on the congruence and then the equal sign. Yeah, it works. The problem will be trying to write one part of this at a time. That's probably going to be annoying. Because I have to like index into this. I guess that's not the worst thing in the world, or is it? It's kind of the worst thing in the world. It's a little bit the worst thing in the world. What happens if I try this? I am shocked that didn't crash. Like, do some sort of error. Although indexing it doesn't work. Yeah. You have to do something else to find a way to index it. I'm not even sure what the solution to this would be. Like if this is inputted as a single string, what could I do to tell Python to split it there and there? I guess I could do what it does current, or what the old version does, and like render this string and then render that string and then count how many symbols there are. But that sounds so, well, it is janky. Nah, I won't try to do this. I'd rather just have them two objects. Like that. And then I can probably just index into... I do need a way to index into like the 0th character here and the first one here. But that should be a lot easier to do. Make that a 0.7. 0.7 is good. Now if I do equation 1 dot family members with points. Index that at 0. I'll set the color. Or set the fill. It is like reversed or whatever. Okay, so I can index into that this way. And what I'd want to do is find like the location of this letter, the location of that letter, and then I could center them by like translating one of them. What would that take? I guess I could get the world. I could get the world center of both of these by finding their world matrix or hierarchical model matrix. And then multiply that by the scale matrix, I think. Would that work? No, I'd want to multiply by the inverse of that scale matrix. Yeah. Or I could just do this separately from the scale group at first. It is kind of convenient actually, though. This will crash for sure. Then... maybe I'll just invert this. I know inverting the matrix is slow, but maybe that's not a huge deal. I'm gonna try to print equation 1. Equation... and do that hierarchical model matrix. This. Oh, because it's not added. It's not added to the scale group yet, which is fine. Okay. Okay, so I have this object. Let's say a line mob is equal to this. Then I'm gonna print this thing's hierarchical, whatever. Okay. Then I want to do the same thing for the modular equation. This is like a line mob 1. It's going to be a line mob 2. It's already uglier than I really want it to be. Elements with points, whatever, -1. Okay, and I managed to index both of those. So now I'm going to get the center of this one, the center of that one, then shift the second one so that it's aligned with the first. That's what I'll want to do. I feel like I need another, I need a function for that. Let me just write something. If align lines or line by object. And what I want to do, I want to have a list of tuples. Of like the object of the line and then what to align by. I want this like to align, then align by something like this. And what I want to do eventually is called self align by object. And then I think I do actually want tuples. Yeah, because I want to say first the modular equation. And then this random thing. I think, pretty sure. I mean, even this is super ugly, but I think it's the best I can really do. Then I'll have the equation 1 and this thing. What would be nice, I mean, this is a web app anyway. I should be able to just like click these to tell it. I guess even so, it would have to have a function like this to use under the hood. So whatever. I'll just call this pairs. So then I'm gonna have to get the horizontal offset of this character. Okay, so say target alignment. Let's make pairs at 0, at 1, dot hierarchical model matrix. And then I want which rows? All rows but the last one? Then column 3? So I think that's right. I'll just print that. I think that's a vector. That's like the displacement vector. Nope, mess something up. I think it's... Is it like this? It's row and then column. Okay. So here's the matrix. I want rows 0, 1. It's like up to... Zero, 1, and 2, so not 3. So it must be like this. Okay. Then column 3. Okay. Oh, but this is a Y offset, which doesn't make sense. The modular equation, this one. Oh, I passed the wrong thing. It should be this. Okay. Although I don't know if this is actually much better. Because this has a 0 displacement vector. And the hierarchical model matrix. So maybe what I have to do is just get center. If I do that, X, Y, so minus 1.7, and then minus very little. Y is like basically 0. So that looks more correct. So I guess that's what I have to do. And I hope that get center uses the bounding box. I think it does. If I look for get center. Here. Oh yeah, it does use the bounding box. That's good. That'll be cached. Okay, I'm gonna look at this at 0. This is the target alignment. Then I'll actually print that still. Then 4. I don't know, mob. And then a liner. And the rest of them I can get its alignment. I'll do aligner.getCenter. I'll actually just print that. Okay, and this looks correct too. So I'll have that alignment, and then I want to shift it. And there's a question, would I want to shift it? Or would I want to update the model matrix? I probably want to shift it. I think that's actually better. Like mod.shift. Right. Times the target minus the current alignment. And if I'm lucky, that'll align them. Great. Okay. So admittedly, that's kind of messy. But it gets the job done. This. Okay, and with that, I'm gonna comment that out for now. Yeah. And then just write the rest of this equation, the rest of these equations. Okay, so this will be a math tech. Then I want to subtract that, so it'll be ax minus by. And I'll spell that right. Equation offset. That's a good variable name. This will be twice that. Okay, so ax minus by. Good, and then I just rewrite that, or I just flip the sign. Plus by equals c, and this is equation 3. Oh wait. Oh, this should be shifted down again. There we go. Great. Okay, so with that I'll have reached here. Triangulating these nuts. It's interesting like the fact that you know triangulating is relevant to this. Oh, is this some Lord of Darkness? Coolio. I'm doing great. Yeah, this is a lot more comfortable to use now, so that's really nice. Yeah, there's some LaTeX going on. Also cool. I have alignment kind of doing what it's supposed to do. Things are good at the moment. Pretty good with this. I do occasionally have to like get caught up debugging some random thing, but it's generally not so super long. What changes have you missed? A lot of changes to the way that animations are played. Well, I haven't pushed in a while, so if you go to the site, there's probably not that much different. But it autosaves, which is great. The render options make way more sense. I can export videos, which is really nice. Like, I think I have a video already pre-rendered. So push changes, yeah, I should probably do that. Like, oh, well, I deleted a bunch of them, but, oh wait. I have them in my Google Drive. Wait, where did that 74 come from? What in the world? How well does it work? I think it works pretty well. Oh, I see where that came from. That's because I did a mouse over. Anyway, that's an animation I built. And I exported that to an MP4. Just ordered a new iPhone, nice. Oh, you mean the new iPhone, the 13? I think it's the 13.
Modular arithmetic.
Oh, I wasn't trying to do that. Yeah, here. Then I exported it to a video. So that's pretty neat. And I didn't need a fucking... Or I was able to do this only with a browser. So that's pretty cool. I was supposed to order a Google Pixel. Exactly, dude. Why wouldn't you order a Google Pixel? Okay, so this is pretty much aligned. Then I'll probably want to center that. Which I think I'll just probably have to eyeball. For now, though? No, yeah, I'm just gonna... It's already added to that scale group, so I'm just going to update the model matrix on that. Can't be me. Bro, you're missing out. Yeah, lo-fi is a good time. That's my jam. Position, like doing this sort of positioning in regular Manim was such a pain. But this way, it's way faster. Especially if I made the auto play timeout shorter. You know, I stance on certain devices. Yeah, I know you're pretty dogmatically espoused to Apple. Okay, so this is pretty much aligned, and what I want to do is just write these one by one. Which I don't think will be that hard to do. So I have this, and I just add these line by line. Equation 1, equation 2, the last one. Wait, that's weird. Equation 1. It's right there. Line 255. I must be misspelling this. It's the only real choice. I mean, if you're really like ideologically dug into one of them, I don't think there's any way you'd ever change your mind. And from talking with you, I think that's probably the case here, so. But anyway, making these right was really easy. So that's cool. Let me get to your dorm room. Oh, you joined from like, not your dorm room. But see ya. Be careful. Let's add really brief weights to this. Stubborn slightly. Gotcha. I mean, most people would never even go as far as to say that. Wreckfest. You're currently in a volleyball tournament? Like there's one going on right now? Or there's an ongoing one which you're part of, but you're not at a game? Okay, that's pretty much exactly what I want. So that's nice. All I think I want to do is like draw a rectangle around this. And maybe fade out everything else. Which means I'll have to select this. Which is super annoying. So let me try this. Rect equals rectangle. I'll add that. And I won't animate this. Add a tournament right now. You're doing work while your friend is playing. Cool. I remember my days at volleyball tournaments. Good times. Are you winning? Or is your friend winning? And it's really nice that this way, when this is always up, it's really easy to position this. If I do y equals -2, I can just see how much that is. Here's probably fine. I think this is 3 by 2 by default. I don't know. Oh. Wait, you're at the tournament. Are you like... Okay, I thought you were like on the bleachers while your friend was playing. I guess you could be just not paying attention. That's also possible. God, this positioning is so nice. It's so easy. It's so easy. It's beautiful. ADHD. That'll do it. Okay, perfect. That's exactly where I want that to be. And I'll make it yellow. And then the last animation I'll do will be tracing out this. So I'll put a weight here. And then trace of this. Okay, so that's perfect. I'll get rid of these weights until I'm actually editing. Okay, then if I don't add this... Okay, that's perfect. I wonder if this works. I'm not sure if this will work if I put it in a separate play call. I hope it does. You think she won? I think that's great. It did work when I put it in a separate play call. So that's nice. It means I can group these together more logically. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I'm going to like fade everything else out, which will be super annoying. I guess I could just use the same alignment logic. Is this Python in a browser? Yeah, I thought I told you. I want to move it as far away from Python as possible. But right now, yeah, it's Python in the browser. Because making that work is kind of unstable. And I don't know for sure if it's like a sustainable thing to do. But I have to do it right now. Okay. I'll say final equation. Nikinobi.net. I don't know if you're trying to give me a virus, which probably wouldn't work because I run Linux. Okay, well, I'm at the point where I'm just trying to be practical. This is like, so many of your opinions are super arbitrary. Like, why do you hate JS? Why do you want to do a brain flex? Like, why? Ax plus by equals c. Oh, okay. So I have that equation. I'm going to... I wasn't trying to do that. Comment this again. Uncomment that. Same with this. Niki knob. Which is equally strange. Oh, I think I won't. I think I have to align this while it isn't added to the scale. JS always been bad at. You just haven't tried it that much. Probably. Three times that equation. I'll set it down. It's been like 600 hours. Wait, what? Then you should have been able to learn it. It's not like crazy. Node. Node is a weird concept to me. Using JavaScript on a server. It's just such a strange idea to me. Okay, so here, I think before I update the model matrix. Oh no, after I update the model matrix. Then I want to do this. One thing to another, never learn anything. That'll do it. You know, if you find a project that uses it, then you'll have to stick with it to do the project. Like Manim. Only Manim is really annoying. This is gonna be so weird. A bit complex to start with, yeah, probably. That code base is a disaster now. And forever. Just now starting to understand it. Gotcha. A fucking lot. That sounds like a lot. Okay, I don't think this is the way to do this. Maybe I really should just do like select index into equation 3. It's your main language. Dope. I mean, what? I guess a lot of people... It seems kind of strange to have a main language. But I get you, like the one you're best at. Yep. And it is pretty bad. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it's not that great. And then also, um, the people aren't even trying to make it better, as far as I can tell. Or only in minor ways. I'm gonna do family members with points. I guess I'll do 1 onward. Maybe the primary maintainer. I kind of was for a while. I'm kind of over dealing with it now. Now I just want to work on this, really. I think this wants to be like this, maybe? Okay, great. I want to fade out everything that isn't this. So it's like... I wonder if... Just kind of wait here. Didn't destroy anything. I was stuck with it forever. Maybe, I mean... Some of its code... A lot of its code is useful for making this website, but I consider this website to be like long-term more useful than Manim. At least the like Manim that currently exists. Because it's just so hard to use. Like most students... Well, yeah, most students just won't be able to pick it up. And then most teachers also just won't want to pick it up because it's just way too difficult and clunky. Okay, let me see if I can index everything that I want to fade. So that would be... What would be really nice is if I could interact with this with my mouse to just click on these. That'd be really great. But alas, okay. Equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. Oh, not all of equation 3. So all of equation 1, all of equation 2. And equation 3 dot family members at points, I think, only at 0? No, at -1, because it's backwards. Then if I don't set this to yellow, great. So then I think what I want to do here is play fade out of that. Great. Then I want to like move this to the center, which will also be a disaster. It wouldn't be a disaster if... Actually, wait, no, this won't be so bad. I think. If I call this final equation... a, shift? Oh no, I lied. This is going to be pretty annoying. Final equation up. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I wonder if I can... I say update parent equals false here. And that doesn't change either. I feel like that never changes anything. That's actually kind of weird. Oh, well, this V group. I think this one's model matrix doesn't matter here. Like this V group is being added to a hierarchy that isn't actually read by the renderer. So maybe what I want to do is just update the equation 3. Okay, so that moved it. It moved it linearly though, which is weird. Why did it do that? Rate function is linear. Don't know why I did that. Yeah, I only want it for those two. Now, what should I do? What I should try to do is get like the center of this. Nah, I'm not gonna try to do that. I won't even bother with that. I could get its world offset. I think that's what I want to do. At least for equation 3. Which isn't perfectly centered. Equation 3 offset this is going to be equation 3, and I'll get its hierarchical model matrix. Then I'll index that, I think, like this. I have to print that. Like this. Okay. Then when I shift this, when I shift equation 3, I want to counteract this offset by all of the model matrices in its hierarchy. So equation 3 offset negated. Why is that wrong? Because the scale group, this is translated to the right and downward. But it seems like this isn't. As if equation 3 isn't part of the scale group. I if I did right by 1 and then up by 1.4, that does it. Although it's too high, I think. Selection rectum. Yeah, something about this is like super wrong. Oh well. I'm not going to try to figure that out right now. Actually, I think it makes sense because the scale parent is going to scale the translations as well. Well, not totally, actually. Because that still wouldn't explain why it's off to the right or whatever. So whatever. I feel like this is always too far up. Or doesn't it even moved up at all? Only to the right by 1. Did I move something to the left by 1? I know I aligned this. Oh, maybe that's why. Oh, wait, that actually makes sense because I aligned it here. I'm gonna have to clean up like the way this is done at some point. Maybe this should have just used the model matrix. That might have been better. Anyway. I'll attempt moving the rectangle up as well. Yeah, and one's going to be scaled. So I want this. Then select, move the selection rect. Guess by the same thing. However, more. So this is scaled by 1.5. So I think 1.5 over 1. Oh no, just 1.5. Great, so that's perfect. Put that in an animation group. Oh, and put simultaneous. Great. Then all I want to do is... Oh, this shouldn't be yellow in the first place. So I want to do that. And I'll untrace the rectangle. I won't need that. I won't need that. Now, what did I do? What's that rectangle called? Selection. Did I delete that rectangle? No, I did. Okay, now get rid of these. Okay, what I didn't want to do is have just the color. And with that, I'll untrace the rectangle. Okay. The only thing is, wait, why is this already yellow? I did it here too. Okay. This got really janky with the positioning, which is kind of unsatisfying, since it means it won't get any easier the next time I do it. Okay, so what did that do? So it works from here. I'll uncomment this. Okay, so that still works. There's some difference between adding here, adding like this, and adding like that? That's crazy. Why? Oh, I guess because it's computing that center based on the assumption that these are added to that group. I'm guessing the hierarchical model matrix computation. Although I think it's actually fine to have this here. No, it's not. Add 2 equals scale group. So this equation to the offset equals whatever. I don't want to compute this or write to this until after this is done. I wonder if I can do a on finish or whatever. So this means once these are added, then I'll compute this. And though I would be shocked if this worked. Nah, you can't do that. I guess I just have to create a dummy group or something like that. Like this. Don't do that. So comment that. It'll add it to the previous scale group. Looks like it's still doing it. Why? Okay, the real solution to this is I need a better way to shift that equation. Okay, so I need something better to do here. And what would that be? Equation 3 offset. The real center of this? To get the real center of this, I have to get the center using the points, then multiply it by... I don't think this. No, yeah, by this. I'm pretty sure. So the model matrix will bring it into model space. That object's local space. I'll need the inverse because I'll have the center using the points, which is in model space. I want to bring that into world space. I'll need the inverse of the model matrix. At least I think that's what the model matrix does. Object to world is the model matrix. Oh no, so this is what I need, since I want the world coordinates. But first, I'm gonna add the selection rect to the scale group. Or, yeah, like this. It's a tricky situation where I thought I could, to get around playing an animation, I just add these directly to the scene like this. But the problem is that the fact that these are, when the animation is actually played, none of the ads in that, or the animation is only played after this entire script is run. It doesn't like pause here. So I can't, so the fact that I add this here could have a downstream effect on the positioning of things. Which is super, super annoying. You think I wish I could find a way to make that consistent. I guess I could add this. And then remove it afterward? Hmm. So if I were to just add them here, then later on in the script they'll be added to the group. But if I don't add them and I play instead, then this will be empty. It won't be added to the group. So is there a way to make this appear without adding it to this group? Or something that wouldn't have a side effect? I guess, like, I have to have a dummy thing here. Like, I put dummy scale group. And make this a V group. Copy the model matrix. Then add that. No, add that to the group, then add this group. Oh, but I can't do this with the scene itself. So I don't think that'll be a big deal. In most cases. Let's see. What if this is just adding to the scene? Well, the scene doesn't have its own model matrix. So that should simplify things some. No, I think that would be okay. No, but this solution won't work. It'll have the same problem, actually. Damn, that's such a pain. What would the solution to this even be? Maybe I just can't position things based on being added to a model. Nah, I think this just doesn't work. Unfortunately. Damn. I'll just have to either watch the entire animation, or probably eventually I should find a way to speed up the animation. But oh well. At least I found that on a relatively short scene. Self.add selection rect. I wonder if I could... if I could make it... When I'm debugging, I could just add it to the scene, or add it to something, or some group. Then when I comment that, So that isn't added to a group. So when I comment that at the end, at the end of this play call, I could say to do something. Or to do something beforehand. No, but even that could affect the scene. Man, that's an enormous pain. Anyway, I'm gonna want to do this. Now this is feeling way too long. What is a better way I could figure out the positioning? There has to be an easier solution to this. So I'm just gonna do it here. Debugging. Objects are added to a group. But animating objects. I'll say play calls. Don't add objects until later. So this has downstream, has the I guess side effect of adding the object. This has no side effect. And so no up until later. So here I want to add it so that I see it, see the objects as they'll appear when it's playing. When the play occurs. But I also want I want the code to behave as if they weren't added to the scene. How could I possibly do that? It's like what I'd want to do is to like not add them to the scene. Well, I'd want to do pretty much what play does. So I'd want to not add the objects until later, but also make them appear. Which I don't know if that's doable. Maybe I could... Maybe something like the dummy group was correct. I could put a dummy group that's associated with the play call. But I would want it to not affect the model matrix, which isn't really doable. Damn. Okay. I don't think this will have a straightforward solution. I guess I could just keep that in mind and try to remember that the model matrix will be wrong. Or any adds due to play calls won't occur. I guess that's what I'll try to do. But that's pretty annoying. So I'll comment this. I have to keep in mind that these, when I'm actually playing this, these won't be added to this group. That almost makes me want to just add these in beforehand. And not deal with this add to business. Well, sometimes I might need that. Well, will I? If I just took out add to. Oh, and the same thing will happen with the on start things. Those won't run if I'm debugging. And on finish or whatever. That actually makes me think maybe I should just take those out. Would that be a better solution? I actually don't think it would. Damn, life's hard. Well, okay. Selection rect is this. I guess the only time this will be a problem is if I'm computing position based on a model matrix. That's when that would be a problem. So I have to keep that in mind. Okay, but now that I know that, at least, I can go back to trying to fix this. No, that's not what I wanted to do. This can't go less than a second. That's weird, I didn't see the change. Because there isn't any change. Did I crash something? I did. Okay. And just in line 34. 34. Oh, this should be like on finish. Yeah. And begin. I wonder why it has these changes. That seems weird. Wait, function not defined. Wait, something's up. Rate function is not defined. Here? Shift. Oh. Rate function, this should be smooth. And that should be the case here too. Okay, I guess that didn't get recompiled. I don't get it. Why does that keep happening? It's like using a super old version of this. It's saved there, and saved here, then I rebuild it. Maybe it's something to do with that previous crash. Okay, recompiled that. So that doesn't work as expected. Okay, so try that again. Okay, so now that works for whatever reason. Although, why did that not get removed? Unfinished equals clear. It's just not doing the unfinish. Why? If unfinished is not an unfinished, it should have done that. So this. Oh, this is a add for some reason. Okay, now that worked. Although, why was that shifting up? These are both shifting down. Oh, wait, Wait, that's crazy. Both of these are shifting down. It's shifting the question. Everything's shifting down. Wait, that's insane. Okay. Add 2 equals self. Okay, I guess the first thing to do is see if this happens in a vacuum. If it happens without this other equation or these other animations. And it does. Something's up with the shift animation. It has to be. Rate function? Is it a rate function somehow? Oh, it must be this with the consumed alpha or whatever. Is there some problem with the consumed alpha though? Alpha equals this. For I am object and enumerate of self-dom objects. It does whatever update function it passes alpha then, or the rate function applied to alpha. Oh, it needs to be the rate function applied to it. I think. Luckily, that's only set in one place. That would have been an enormous pain. Oh, and then because this is commented, man. Okay, but I think that's fixed. Great. Okay, time to try this again. That's 0.1. Minus 0.4. 0.5. Bring down the width. Goes the wrong way. Great. So that's what I want to do. Then I have to fade out the rest of these. That should be fine. So I just do 2 fade. Not sure if this will actually work. Set opacity 0. Okay, up to here, all the animations should be working. If I replace this stuff. Great. So the last thing, I want to move the rectangle and the LaTeX to the center. And how can I do that? Knowing that when this actually runs, both the rectangle and this thing won't be added to fucking... Wait, the rectangle will. Oh no, both of these won't be added to the scale group. So it'll be some sort of a shift. Equation of the offset is not defined. Yeah, that's fine. I want to like get its position. If there was a way to get its position regardless of what that position is. Oh, this play, or maybe this animation group, this needs like an on begin, and that will have to compute that. That's what'll have to happen. Equation 3 family members points -1. Let me do... Wait, -1. This means only the last one. So let me do this. And this will be final equation. Equals that. We have a V group. That'll star it. Oh my gosh, let's stop doing this. I'll do this dot set the fill the yellow like this. So that's good. And if I'm going to update the model matrix of the equation 3, then I'll have to find the world location of this prior to beginning the animation. So I need to do like final equation center. Final equation dot get center. Then I want to move all of those points, or that individual point. I want to transfer that object to world, which is the model matrix. So, equation 3? Get center must return something stupid. Oh no, it's because this is 4-dimensional. Darn. Ah, yeah, this is gonna get ugly. Backslash this. I'll concatenate this with, I guess, just a 1. Or is it append? Great. This should be the center and world coordinates. I guess it would be if I did like that. Wait, what? Oh. Okay. I'm going to place a dot there. Okay, so that's the world location of that equation. Now I want this to be computed before starting the animation. That's what I want. And if I can do that, then I'll do a shift. I want to do an animation group. I'll do a shift of equation 3 by the negative of that final equation center. Wait, wasn't the rectangle added to... Oh, I'll just do the scale group. Since they're both added to that. So this won't work. Because when I comment this, it won't be part of the scale group anymore. When I comment this and instead use the animation, the scale group will be empty here. The scale group won't be filled here. It won't be filled here. That won't happen, but whatever. But this will be incorrect. So this computation has to happen just before I start this animation. So this equals none. And maybe here, star of equation 3 of blah 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 blah. Wait, did I? Oh, okay. So maybe for this, I can do on start. Let's compute final equation center. No, that won't work. Will it? No, it definitely won't because it's just a variable. It'll just be read here. So how can I update this with some data? I need like this to be a function. Or like dynamically figure out what that should be. I guess. Let me see. If I do anim equals this. And I play with anim. Wait, what problem does this have? Oh. $289, this, negative final equation center. Oh my gosh. Let's put a 0. Oh my gosh. Well, this is not doing what it's supposed to do. There. There. Oh. I'm starting to finish, okay. Start unfinished, add to, remove from. Parent and update, okay. Does it have those? Yeah, it should have those. Add to, remove from. Oh, parent isn't used anymore. Warm object parent. Add to, remove from. Great. Cool. Now what I want to do is on start, I want to like update its own direction data, which is super weird. And I wonder if there's a better way to do that. I guess in general, would this come up in other ways? Certainly in animations that rely on positioning. Wait, scale? That could need a dynamically computed scale factor. Shift could need a dynamically computed direction. That probably won't need anything. And right probably won't. Trace probably won't. Untrace probably not. Interpolate model could. Okay, I'm gonna compile this, and then I'll probably have to update all the positioning things so that they can optionally take a function. And that's probably what I'll have to do. Great, so that's not doing anything, which means it's not broken, I guess. I'm gonna try to play all of these. Okay, this needs a new animation. Or it needs a shift that can take a function. I need a way to check. Check a function. Is instance whatever function. So if is instance direction or function Oh, that's the question. $3.2 plus column. It used to be now it's undeprecated. Interesting. Okay. So this and else. This will be direction or. Okay. Let's go to shift, and I'll probably need similar things for scale, etc. Okay. So now, if I go to modular equations, this, well, okay, so I guess that worked, but didn't do anything useful. This should be a cute final equation center, I think. Well, the opposite of that, actually. Okay, I think that's good. So close. How is that still wrong? Hmm. Oh, because I'm shifting the scale group instead of the equation itself. Wait, now, shouldn't that be fine? No, it wouldn't. I'd have to... I need equation 3 here. What? Oh, I saw this on start. Still. Why would this be that far off? Well, I guess its movements would be scaled, but why would it be moving to the side? That's so strange. Oh, it must be because of that. Because I'm not computing it for the entire equation 3. No, that didn't do it either. Equation 3. V group of equation 3. That's kind of weird. I think I just want equation 3 here. If I get the center of equation 3, I transform that by its model matrix. That's its position in world space. And I know that because I put this dot here. Negative. I think that's the middle. Wait, is equation 3 something else? When I removed this, did I fuck something up? Let me see if this changes it. No, I don't think so. But this dot, I don't think, is located at the center of the thing. What is this location even? Or maybe that would only be the case No, I have no idea. Hierarchical. Oh, it must be because it's not added to the scale group here. Hmm. So I think what I want to do is compute. No, actually, this still doesn't make sense. Damn. Because this should be the world position no matter what. But it isn't in this case. Here's equation 3. Oh, it was shifted. That shouldn't matter. It's eventually added to the scale group. Part of it is added to a V group here. I don't know if that changes its center. And then when I try to compute its world position, it's off. How? I guess I'll just do this step by step. First of all, this final equation, I guess, isn't even used. That should just be a object. That should just be a object. And now I'll just try to print this at various parts of this. Okay, so that's correct. Then I'll align it here. This will shift equation 3. Okay. I'll just show the animation. So here, it's not added to any scale group. It'll be the same. If I fade this out, I don't think this will change it. But maybe it does. It doesn't. Okay, so then I try to place a dot there. Equals dot. Get world center. That. And then add it. I guess I wouldn't want to do it until right as the animation plays. Right before or right after. What's this? This is where it's faded. Okay, so here's the animation of fade out. And I could do on start. And only when this starts will I want to place this dot. What in the world? And it's still in the wrong place. How? This I don't really understand. Oh, it's when it's added to the scale group. That's when it should change. So here, can I do unfinish? I don't know if that worked or not. There are too many other prints. Okay, now it looked like it just didn't run one of them. This I don't need anymore. And now I just wanted to actually print that. Which it's not doing. It's not running this on finish. Self.onFinish is not none, self.onFinish. Does animation.end? Oh my god. Actually underscore end. Yeah. Although, hold on. What does update do? Oh, it just does this. Okay. Just save that. And now Oh my god. Wait, why is this never saving? Oh, I see where that happened. Whatever. There. Anyway, don't even need that. Okay, that looks more correct. Mm. Yeah. So now when I'm shifting and doing this last shift, how much do I want to shift equation 3 by? Actually, is this the last change to equation 3? It is. This is where I want to do this. Get world center land. Okay, so now I can just do this. No, it still doesn't work. Get world center of equation 3. Man. Looks like I can't even compute it. I feel like this is going to be something really dumb. O.912.1 minus 0. Is something negated or something? Oh, 0.912.1. XY. I translated it down, but its position is moved up. I should have seen that before. But there is something up with this. This get world center has some sort of problem with it. But how is that possible? When I translated it down. Damn. Now I don't know what's causing that. I have no idea. Oh, get world center is a negative sign, which it's not supposed to have. Okay, maybe now this works. Okay, that looks correct. So the shift that I want to do here to equation 3 should be a lambda that returns negative. Something like this. Self, yeah, whatever. Still offset. Why? So the negative of that is that direction. So it thinks it's not straight down, but down into the side? Oh, that's because of that alignment I did, I guess. It isn't centered in its own world coordinates. So this alignment shouldn't shift. It should use the model matrix, I think. And then some other thing I did. Actually, will this even work? I should have a comment or something saying that this assumes they're in the same world. Or in the same hierarchy. Since I think that's the only way I can make this even work. Do it like that. This is annoying me so much. Oh my god. So now why did it do that? It must be because of this somehow. If I make this thing just pass... Oh my gosh. Then it works. Well, actually it doesn't. It isn't moving it to the middle of the screen. It's moving it... I guess here? It's moving it to the center of the hierarchy it was a part of when it was aligned. Jesus. And this was when this was aligned, it wasn't added to a group. So what? Okay, so what I actually want to do is... Wait, even that doesn't work, does it? So, scale group here. Did I shift that? Oh, when I added it, I did both of these things. So it's translated, it's scaled, and then it's translated? Fuck, dude. So I guess the offset is only this. So the direction I want is this sum. It's right. Plus up times this. Or that'll be down, or left, and that'll be down. Still, it's scaled and then translated. I guess this is scaling the coordinate space out, then it's translating by that much. This is super annoying. Basically, I want to take that point and multiply by the inverse of this. I think. So the shift would be this. Then I want to return shift and then multiply by 1.5. Oh no, divided. And then add the opposite of this. And then add this. This times 1.5, I think. Why am I so bad at math? When this was added into the scale group, it was scaled and then translated. So now I have to untranslate it, then unscale it. Okay, so I can take that point and just multiply by the inverse of this. I think. So there's the shift. There's this. There's the inverse. I'm gonna have to add a 1 to it. Then I have to concatenate this. One. Zero dimension names. Oh, I have to do append. Shift. Should be this. Index like that. Oh. Still no good. That's an enormous pain. And it almost looks like it's doing the right thing, but I guess not quite. Actually, that kind of makes sense. Or does it? Because this get world center. Damn, what I should do. Isn't this already being added? Add to scale group. I should just add these to the scale group right up front. I think that's the only way to do this effectively. Yeah, but then it has this problem. Hold on. I'm about ready to give up with this. And by give up, I mean try again in like 20 minutes. But I can't for the life of me figure out why this shifts so strangely. Oh well, and I still don't want this to be added like this. I want it to basically do all of this. I just need a way to compute its offset. Why is that so hard? Well, gonna have to try it later on.